Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Elden Ring, let's have another look at my Akeha account. And I have 3 announcements to make about this character. One, she is going to be who I take into the DLC first, on the day that it is released. I'm not going to take an Argo, because he's in New Game Plus. I don't want to deal with those difficulty multipliers. And then, Sadiu, like, playing with like a ranged magic user is not my comfort zone. Akeha is more of a melee character, which is my comfort zone, so I want her to be the one to bring in. So I'm going to be working on her the next week or week and a half to get her ready for the DLC. Announcement 2, I guess you could say, is I've kind of finalized her build. Well, actually, that's a lie, but I want to kind of focus with a dexterity and intelligence with her, but not using magic or spells for damage. I want to maybe focus more on Ashes of War. That feels like something I've been ignoring up to now, so I've been trying lots of different ones, seeing what I like. And then the third announcement with her is she's going to be the first character that I use the Dark Moon Greatsword. That's kind of the marquee weapon that appears in all of the FromSoft games. I think I have it in most of my characters in Elden Ring, but she's going to be the first one that I really use it with. Not a katana, obviously, but it fits the Akeha character using greatswords. And then she's going to be leaning towards intelligence anyway, using the Moonveil, so I think it's a good fit for her. Not going to use it in this video, but yeah. What I am using is the Moonveil, which I think is too powerful. Makes the game too easy. But the weapon skill, the Unsheath, it does too much damage, comes out too quickly, and so yeah, it makes a lot of the game easier. Not great range, but enough that you can stay out of the range of a lot of attacks from the enemies, so yeah, really good sword. I was actually thinking about like taking my intelligence down, just to bring the damage down a little bit. But I need it to be like 38 in order to use the Dark Moon Greatsword, so we'll just leave it where it is. But yeah, really good. Before starting the Akeha character, I was wondering if, like, you know, I was looking at the number of katanas versus, like, say, number of spears or number of greatswords, and I was wondering if there's going to be, like, a lack of variety with builds by sticking just to katanas. But actually, no. I kind of have too many options. With the Moonveil, you know, go for intelligence, and then the Ash of War. Or I could go with the snake bone something or other, serpent bone katana that has the poison in it. Go for more of a status effect build, and that would not would benefit from more arcane. That's another direction I could go. Or I could go for the Rivers of Blood, go for bleed specifically. Also, maybe go for arcane there. Or I could go for the Nagakiba, you know, which you can put any element onto. Put any Ash of War on there. Lots of versatility there, so yeah, there's actually kind of too much to do unless I just want to have a super high-level character with lots of stats. Like, if I could get like 50 dexterity, 50 intelligence, 50 arcane, that would be great. And then, since it is a melee character fighting more at closer range, I think I do want the 60 vitality, so that's lots of levels there. Probably getting over 150 at that point. And then getting to the end game, you know, all of the enemies and stuff are doing more damage, so I'm using more the starting samurai armor, or the white reed armor, or the what is it? Yura's armor, the Ronin armor, I think it is. These perfumer clothes are kind of not cutting it anymore. Okay, so there we'll take down the boss with the Moonveil. Too strong. But for harder bosses, it is nice to fall back on. And I wonder if I even prefer it more than the Dark Moon Greatsword. Using the Dark Moon Greatsword also has, you know, ranged intelligence-based attacks, but they come out much more slowly, I feel like. The Moonveil is just almost instant. Okay, here is Nial, Commander Nial. In my 063Y run, I was struggling with him so much that I cheesed him by shooting him through the rampart with arrows. But here with the Moonveil, we can take him on. And then yeah, here I'm wearing the white reed armor, because I do need that protection. But it's kind of cool that it's sort of falling apart, you know, and asymmetrical. Like I'm missing the shoulder armor on the right, and then the kimono sleeve is kind of hanging out of the glove on the left. Oh, and then this is the first character where I have gotten Nephili as a summon. So I've been summoning her a lot, and she's been a big help. She's got that Storm Hawk spinning move, pretty good. I like using that myself. Yeah, Nial's pretty tough, but also doable. Yeah, I can dodge that lightning attack, and then I can do my Unsheath, and that will perfectly, like, crouch under his follow-up attack. But in doing this Akeha run, I've found that I've been using a lot of FP. I have 4 of the blue flasks set, and sometimes it's not enough for like longer fights or longer areas. So here I'm going to have just barely enough, I think. Whoops, forgot to attack there. Okay. One last Moonveil Unsheath. Okay, and then next is the Fire Giant. I'm excited to show off this one because I'll have a different build from the Moonveil. This will be a poison-based one. In the right hand, I have the Wakizashi. That's that kind of shorter sword. I just have the Golden Vow, Ash of War on there to buff myself, and then I can switch it out. And then I have the Serpent Bone Blade in my left hand for the innate poison. And then in my right hand, I have the Uchigatana infused with poison. And then I have talismans to raise my attack when the opponent is poisoned. That's also what the hat does there. And yeah, I have the, what is it, the moth, the poison moth, Ash of War on the Uchigatana, so when I get close I can start with that, and then move into dual wield poison attacks. And this is a build that I would like to get more use out of, but it's just more complicated, more complex than just using Moonveil. And I was wondering, like, how much I wanted to do dual wield katanas. The moveset is not great. I prefer like a dual wield moveset where like both attacks hit at the same time, like with spears especially. But it's not bad. It's not bad. But yeah, Fire Giant. I don't know. I've really learned him, I guess. We're going to get the clear here on my second try. And summon in Alexander so we can advance the storyline. Okay, hit the threshold there. Good damage. Might have been a bleed proc. Okay, there's the poison again. Also, I'm wondering if I prefer the Poison Moth, Ash of War, or if I like the Poison Cloud. I've been using the Poison Cloud with, like, Argo, so I am pretty familiar with it. But the Poison Moth, I don't think I've ever really used that, so thought I would give it a chance. Just because, like, the type of weapons it can be equipped onto. Haven't really used a ton of those so far. Alright, Alexander doing excellent work. Oh, trying to hit the hand there, but got rolled over instead. Oh, and then as far as costumes, I always make an exception for the mushroom sets, because they give you the resistance to poison and rot, and it's just too helpful to not use. So yeah, we'll use that here. Oh, guess we got a stagger there. We'll just keep focusing on the foot here, I guess. Alright, just a little bit more. Let's try another poison. Did not take. Yeah, I don't feel like the poison takes as well with this moth. Ash of War, I might like the cloud better. And there he goes, okay. So yeah, fun build. I want to use more of that in the future. Okay, and then last, let's end with Astel, and this is maybe my best Astel fight ever. Partly because I'm so low on materials. This was after fighting the ulcerated spirit down in the Lake of Rot. So I think I have 0 of the blue flasks. So I can't really use a lot of the, what do you call it? That ranged attack from the Moonveil, so it's going to be a lot of just, you know, straight physical attacks. Alright, I buffed myself with Golden Vow from the Wakizashi. And there's one ranged attack, there's another. I might have one more before I run out. And then I summoned Latina. She's pretty good against Astel. Oh, there's that grab. Dodge that. Thank God. But yeah, by not really relying on spells or incantations, I can keep my faith low. It's about 12. That'll let me use stuff like Poison Mist or Blood Flame Blade. Or the fire incantation that heals poison or rot. But for intelligence, I really got to use that Loretta's Great Bow. It's too useful to have. Just out in the world or in dungeons. And that takes like 26 or something. So yeah, I have the intelligence up in order to wield the Darkmoon Greatsword and then to use that Loretta's Great Bow. But yeah, if I were not to use the Rivers of Blood or the Serpent Bone Blade, I wouldn't have to raise my Arcane, actually. But if you know me, you know that I like to try out everything. And so for this Akeha, I would like to have multiple stats up, you know, up to 50 or higher, just so I can get good use out of different builds in one character. Okay. So yeah, as we can see, I'm fairly decent at dodging the attacks from Astel. I know his moveset fairly well by now. And while he's kind of facing the other direction or distracted, I can hit him. Get the critical hit here. But yeah, I've never really, I don't think, done an Astel kind of full physical attacks like this. I've often been using range attacks or magic or something. So yeah, it was cool to get like almost a full melee Astel clear. Okay, that is Akeha. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.